I play a Divine Soul Sorcerer, right? We are level 19 in our campaign. We have been going for a very, very long time. I am a sorcerer that can cast Wish. This immediately makes me one of the most dangerous individuals on the face of the planet. Long story short, there's another character who was a rogue ranger multi-class, died, got Alphonse Elricht into the body of an empty Warforged, and became a Way of Shadows monk, which is fucking cool, and I love it. However, this is important that they are in the body of an empty Warforged, right? They're a Kung Fu robot. Yeah, exactly. I planted sunflower seeds last Friday. They're already sprouting. Yeah, baby. Okay, so he comes to my character. We start talking, shooting the shit. He starts making digs at my character and then goes one step too far. My character is in the process of like trying to like study something or do something. So my character, he looks at him and I subtle spell Wish to cast Creation, which is like, it's like a 3rd or 4th level spell or something like that. And I fill his chassis with beans. Red kidney beans, to be precise. Red kidney beans. Okay, so after I fill this entire Warforged, oh, dude, sound dude, he just looks at my character, red beans spilling out from behind the face mask, right? He turns around and he walks out of the room like a human being who just shit his pants. And he immediately uses sending to talk to the most powerfully magical NPC that we know, who is our friend. And he's like, Roland, I need your help. We're gonna masquerade this as you visiting the airship, but I need you to help prank Beacon. So Roland gets up, we go get him, bring him to the ship. I have no knowledge of any of this, or at least my character has no knowledge of any of this. Because he's a Way of Shadows monk, he has access to telepathy. So he's in a mind conversation with Roland the entire time this tour is happening. We're going through, we're going into doing the tour thing. We get to my room, and he says, I owe you one favor. I need you to fill Beacon's room with beans. I go and I open the door, and a thin layer of beans falls from the ceiling and covers the floor. I turn around, my character whips around at like Mach 5, pulls the Senator Armstrong 200% mad face at Echo, which is the name of the Warforged, right? And starts casting Wish again. Echo came prepared. He has a ring of spell storing with 1 charge of counterspell on it. He fails to counterspell me. We do not go for beans this time. We do not go for beans. Instead, Using creation, I summon an entire chunk of solid rock on the inside of his body, rendering him completely immobile. I turned around to leave and say, all right, Roland, we're going to continue the tour. I had forgotten that he could do this, but because of the circumstances under which he was bound to this suit of armor, he can detach his spirit and as a ghost physically interact with other things. I turn to leave and I have a ghostly hand pressing against my character's chest. And he says, you undo this right now. That is the second time you've violated my bodily autonomy. And I just stop him, look back at the suit of armor with the rock in it, and go, oh, that's no longer a humanoid. That's now an object. Teleport has a range of 10 feet. Teleport says you and up to 8 willing creatures or an object. I send his body to the other side of the continent, to a friendly allied base. I feel bad at this point, because at this point, I am just bullying the shit out of him. Yes, Beacon was doing this fuckery. Beacon woke up and chose violence. I feel bad for him, so I follow him back through using a magical item that teleports me to this friendly allied base. I show up, I grab him, teleport back to the ship using the exact same item. I remove the rock. Everything's fine. We finish the tour. Beacon goes back to his room. There's no beans anymore. He opens the door. There's no beans, but all of his stuff, his bed, his study table, his pillows, everything, exactly where it should be, but flipped. They're on the ceiling. He had nailed all of my furniture to the ceiling. I try to go inside. I hit this soft barrier of resistance, but it feels like I can push through it. It's not magic. It's fucking gelatin. He filled my fucking room with gelatin. He stapled all of my furniture to the roof and filled my entire room with gelatin. So, I did the only thing that was reasonable. I teleported all the gelatin into his room and then spent the rest of the day using a combination of telekinesis and mage hand to pull the nails out of the roof. And that's basically where the prank war currently stands. There was a bunch of other serious stuff that happened in game that won't make any sense without like literally sitting down and doing like 3-4 hours of exposition. But holy shit, dude. Opposable thumbs equals 7th level spell telekinesis. Yo. How badly was it damaged when you pulled the nails out? All it took was just a couple castings of mending. It wasn't that bad, Quizzy. Mending, by the way, fantastic cantrip.